Epicurus asked four lovely questions. Philosophical it is. He said, is God willing to prevent evil but not able to prevent evil? Then he is not omnipotent. He said, is he able but not willing? Then he is malevolent. Is he both able and willing? If he is, then from whence cometh evil? Then he asks finally, is God neither able nor willing? Then why call him God? This is a very, very philosophical question. And like they say, religion and philosophy are enemies because reason is the biggest enemy of belief. Just like Christopher Hitchens once said, he said, belief is the death of intelligence. For to him, he believes that he who believes has suspended his will to think. However, though I have met a whole lot of believers and theists who, I must tell you for real, I commend their level of thinking and logic. Like Pastor Danjuma Gordon Kwabe, my lecturer and a very wonderful individual. But then the question still stands, because I'm asking this question just like Epicurus asked centuries back. Is God willing? Is he willing? Or maybe he is not. Is he able but not willing? Then is he really a good God? And is he willing to prevent evil but not able to prevent evil? Then do we call him omnipotent? I like to ask these questions every time. One of the finest questions I asked in very many debates that I've indulged in and engaged a lot of individuals has always been the different stories I read in the Bible. You know, when you read these stories in the Bible and then you begin to ask those questions, those kind of questions that discomfort the believing mind, you begin to wonder why. I mean, at one scenario I asked, I said, in the Bible you read, right? Or we all read that God delivered the Jews from the hands of Pharaoh. And in fact, if we want to take that for a fact, when you read history, you look at the Second World War, 1939 to 1945, you realize that the Jews, a whole lot of them were exterminated and persecuted in the hands of Adolf Hitler. And so I asked that question to say, if God delivered the Jews from Pharaoh, why didn't he deliver them from the hands of Adolf Hitler? Why did he let them suffer like that? Over 6 million Jews, you know, and they faced a whole lot. If you read the stories of, you know, the Second World War, you read about the concentration camp, especially from the book of Viktor Frankl in his book titled Man Searching for Meaning. It's a whole lot, you know. The question of evil has been a very big question. In one of my rap songs, I asked the question because a lot of times people think that when I bring up the question or the issue of God, I'm referring mostly